Hey guys, Ryan Rose here, coming to you with the first ever for 2019 Habits of a Horseman video. So I'm excited about the new year. I want to wish you all a happy new year. This year, for the first time, I'm going to be doing a consistent YouTube series called Habits of a Horseman. Make sure you go and subscribe to that channel and get all the videos that are going to be coming at you. My plan is to do 2 of them a week. I'm going to be sharing with you fundamentals, things that I teach every horse that I come across. I'm also going to be sharing with you stories of the horses that I have in training. Later on this week, I'm going to be making a video showing Johnny Cash's progress. So we're going to get started here today with our first video, and one of the first things that I want to share with you is a game that I love to teach horses called the 3-circle game. Anybody that's ridden with me is familiar with this game because I teach it to every horse. I think it's really important to teach horses to have a nice shape and posture as they're walking and trotting around in a circle around us. I think it's natural for horses as prey animals to counter bend, put their nose to the outside, put their ribs to the inside. And I think one of the first things that we should teach every horse, both on the ground and in the saddle, is to be able to just walk a nice circle. Now, the reason I call it the 3-circle game is because in the beginning stages, when a horse is a little bit tense or a little bit goey, I'm going to ask them to put their hip out on the furthest circle away from me, and then their front feet are going to be on a circle that's nearer to me, and then my feet are going to be on a circle. And all those feet positions are going to be really important to get down. So I'm going to ask her feet to be on a larger circle, and I'm going to do that by using my stick and flag like this, and kind of this motion towards her rib cage, asking her to push her hip out. And then with my hand that has the rope in it, I'm going to be locking it down at my hip here and giving her a very consistent boundary to follow as she moves around me. I'm going to measure the rope and have it about the same length as my stick. So I'm going to hold this here, and then I'm going to be stepping backwards and away from her with my feet. This is going to make it easier for her to have a little bit of draw as she comes around me. And I don't think I've introduced you to my horse yet. This is my horse Sage. She's a coming 4-year-old this year. And yeah, so I'm excited about her. She's a really nice quarter horse. Picked her up from the Circle Bar Ranch. She's a pretty sensitive horse. She's super talented, has a lot of athleticism, and but she is pretty sensitive. And so this is one of the games that I do with her a lot in my warm-ups, just to help her relax and be connected with me. So here we go. Hand on my hip, flag here, and I'm just going to be pushing her around me here. Now right there, she thought I said go faster, so I'm going to use my flag like that and push her hip out. And whenever they speed up like that, I'm then just going to wait and let her get relief for looking in here. Okay. Now again, this game isn't really new to her, but I wanted to show it to you guys because it's one of the most fundamental things that we teach all the horses. We'll start again. There we go. So I'm looking for 3 things. I want those hind feet to be on a slightly larger circle. There we go. There you can see the feet position really nice. And then I'm looking for slack in that halter. So the more I feel like the horse is going away from me, the more my feet are going to move backwards and away from her as I'm doing this. Once the horse has it pretty well on the circle, then I can just turn and face them like this. Ooh, very nice, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and stop her there. And I can stop them by either yielding their hindquarters away or just by backing up and drawing them into me. Okay, we're going to change sides. I'm going to change sides by backing up. Push this ribs out there. Again, my right hand is locked at my hip. Ooh, there she started to lower her head down as she was on the circle. And one of the things you're going to notice is I'm going to release her every time she thinks about stretching down or doing something that acts like a partner. It's more natural for horses to act like prey animals and be tense and nervous, their nose to the outside, their ribs to the inside, that sort of thing. So anytime I see signs that they're trying to connect with me and trying to relax, I'm going to reward that. Now, if they get a little sticky where they're not moving forward, I can lift my hand up like this and drive them forward. But whenever I need more flexion here, I'm just going to push those ribs out. Now, one little mistake that I see pretty frequently is people will get in the habit of kind of just nagging them with this, and they're just giving them little cues. You want to make sure you put your stick away and holster it, and only bring it out if you're actually going to go ahead and touch them with it. She's pretty sensitive, so I don't have to touch her a whole lot, but a lot of horses lean quite a bit on pressure, and so you might need to actually step out and touch them, okay? And like I said, if they get really speedy on the circle, and you need to make a bigger correction, go ahead and take one big step out and actually touch them on their ribs. Let me show you that. So if say she sped up here, and I hadn't asked her to, okay, she got going, I might take one big step out like that and push her ribs to the outside and then step back to my spot and release her facing me. And this just encourages her that the relief is on the center of the circle, not to the outside. So again, by default, pre-animal responses is to think to the outside, give themselves an exit strategy, ready to leave the situation. Pre-animal behavior, or partnership behavior, is thinking to the inside of the circle, shaping up and connecting to that bend. So I hope this helps you. Go out and give it a try. And again, make sure you hit the subscribe button at the bottom right-hand side of your screen.